In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. You might have seen some of the people, some of the people cannot spend their time alone. They are always found with the people. They always need the company. They cannot be alone. Why? Because these people are mentally weak people. They are not so strong. We need to know what is mental weaknesses and how to plug, how to how to how to get rid of these mental weaknesses, how to become somewhat mentally strong person. Why we need to know, why is it so necessary, and how does a person become a mentally weak person. The people who cannot spend their time alone, definitely these are the weak people, and these are mentally weak people. They do become mentally weak because they don't care about what they are doing is either ethical or unethical, whether it is a legitimate step or an illegitimate one. They least care. They do whatever goes right into their benefit. They people are found trying to fulfill their worldly benefits regardless of whether these are the right and the legitimate steps, or are are just the opposite of that. So because because of this activity of their, because of this tendency of their, they people can't look back. As and when they look back, they find so many of the bad things. Their life is found full of the bad things, so they can't see, because they have manipulated and exploited so many of the people. So these people does not believe in the fair game. Anybody and everybody who is not so ethical, not so morally sound, and does not believe in the fair play, these people are weak enough. They cannot face themselves, they cannot face their past activities, because these past activities of theirs are full of the unethical and full of the illegitimate things. Now these people have so many of the bad expectations. These people are very fearful about their future, because they people do not and these people do not care about the legitimate or the illegitimate activities of theirs. So that is why they find fears, and they find so many of the fears regarding their future. These people cannot spend their time alone. I think if at all we want to become a mentally strong person, and we should try to be a mentally strong person, we need to spend some of our time alone, and we need to do a kind of introspection as well about what is our past life, and how our about our future life. What good things have we done in the past, and what good things are we planning to do in the future. Whatever bad happened to us, we must try to compensate it as soon as possible, and we should be trying, and we should be doing our utmost to avoid those unethical and immoral things in the future. That is how it makes us a strong human being. We need to spend some of our time alone, and we need to do a lot of introspection as well. We should learn to refuse. We should learn to refuse our loved ones, and we should learn to refuse we ourselves as well. It should not be so that whatever my impulses are, whatever are the demands by my desire, I should be blindly following it, because doing that will make me a very weak person. I do have to refuse myself. I do have to practice refusing myself, and I do have to practice refusing my loved ones as well. Does not necessarily mean that we have to refuse ourselves and our loved one upon each and everything. Not at all. But there must be certain things where we learn to refuse. We need to refuse to we ourselves, and we need to refuse to our loved ones as well. Why? Because doing this will make us a strong human being, and we want to become a strong human being. We don't have to become a weak human being. Also, we need to do certain things which we are unwilling to do, but we should be doing it, because by doing this, we will become a strong human being. We did not like doing that. We didn't like doing that, not because this was immoral or unethical, rather because it seemed somewhat unpleasant, and because it seemed somewhat difficult enough. So for this reason, I was unwilling to do that. But while coming to know that I do have to do certain things which are not so enjoyable, which are not so palatable, but I need to do. Why do I need to do? Because I want to become a mentally strong human being. It is very important for us. It is very useful for us. It is very important, and it is very useful for us to become a mentally strong human being, because a mentally strong human being can only survive honorably and respectfully here in this world, because we do have to refuse so many of the people, because we do have to fight so many of the things in our life. So for that reason, I need to learn to become a bit of strong person, a strong person mentally, or the person who is able to spend their time alone, who is able to do the difficult and the unpleasant things, all because we want to become a strong human being.